Hello and welcome to Rising Up Ministries. We are Brian, Gia, and Anave. I am Anave, and we're excited to share with you an anointed project that the Holy Spirit has inspired us to start most recently. Well, the project is new. The vision for it is not. Gia was just 18 years of age when the Holy Spirit had given her a vision of starting up a healing retreat at the time, but she didn't understand exactly what that meant. For me, I was in my 20s when I started daydreaming about having a Christian campground, a faith-based living community, and a healing retreat of sorts. But our visions weren't something that Gia and I shared with each other at that time because we didn't see them as visions or anything significant. It wasn't until a couple of months ago when the Holy Spirit revealed to me that He has plans for us, Gia and I, along with Brian, to create an intentional living community and healing retreat in upstate New York. Of course, having been spoiled by the warm winters of the South, I wasn't too thrilled about the idea of moving to New York, where it's significantly colder. But because Yahweh called me to go, I did, and so here I am with my twin sis, Gia, in New York, and along with her husband, Brian. These past few weeks, we've been working almost nonstop in our waking hours to create the plan and website for a project that our Father, Yahweh, has pressed upon our spirits to start. This project is called Operation Tivkah, and Tivkah in Hebrew means hope, because it is our hope and calling at Rising Up Ministries to create a faith-based intentional community and healing retreat in Western New York for military veterans, survivors of the adult entertainment industry, and or human trafficking survivors, and anyone else who need intensive healing and are wanting a more intimate relationship with our Creator, Yahweh, God, and Yahshua, Messiah, Jesus Christ. As disciples of Yahshua, we are called to be His hands and feet, to minister to the lost and broken. And in doing so, we are to meet His lost and broken sheep where they are at with love, understanding, and zero judgment. Isaiah 40 verse 31 tells us, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." With Yahweh being the driving force of this project, we want to see this community soar, for His children to come together and renew their strength in Yahshua, Messiah, and learn how to run and not grow weary. With Yahweh being the driving force, we want to show others what the Church of Elohim, God, really looks like, because sadly, a lot of the modern churches of today are missing the mark. Since giving my life to Elohim back in 2018, I've struggled with finding a place of worship or a community of believers where the strong presence of Yahweh was felt. It is disheartening to see how far removed the modern church is and their lack of ministering to the lost and broken. The churches of today are nothing like the churches of the past. We are living in a time where it's just about self, not about helping others. As the hands and feet of Yahshua, we are supposed to be a family, united together, be brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, aunts and uncles to everyone who is a part of the family of Yahshua. Adult children should be taking care of their parents instead of throwing them in nursing homes. Women should be encouraging other women in their spiritual walks and striving to be better mothers and wives instead of gossiping amongst each other. They should be helping one another to parent their children instead of having the "it's your child" mindset. Men should be stepping up and coming together to be the leaders that they are called to be within their home and in the community. We are living in a time where Yahweh's truth has been exchanged for a lie, and where ministry is more about performance than it is about reaching out in the community in a way that will have a lasting impact. According to relevantmagazine.com, many churches today spend most of their revenue and salaries building mortgages and other material supplements to ministry. A very low 1 or 2% of church funds go to helping poor people in need, and maybe another 5 to 10% at best is given to needs outside of the church on some level to help the poor. And that isn't a lot. The New Testament talks a lot about giving money, but rarely, if ever, about giving toward salaries. When the New Testament talks about giving, it talks about giving in the sense of redistributing money to help those in need. Isaiah chapter 58 verse 10 tells us to feed the hungry and help those in trouble. Then your light will shine out from the darkness, and the darkness around you will be bright as noon. We at Rising Up Ministries envision this healing retreat to be a one-of-a-kind healing retreat that is built upon the firm foundation of our living hope, Yahshua. We want to feed the hungry, and not just in the physical sense, but in the spiritual sense as well. Life is a challenge for everyone, and learning how to navigate through it isn't an easy feat. Sometimes it can get in the way of us pursuing a relationship with our Creator and having that fulfilling relationship in Yahshua. There are many people who are emotionally and spiritually struggling to make sense of this life, and they're just needing a safe place to find hope and healing on their own time. So this healing retreat will be a way for us to connect with other believers and to also introduce Yahshua to the unbelieving who are wanting to believe and hope that there is something greater than themselves that exists in this wicked world, and that there are people who love and care for them, who really want to help them. This healing retreat will be on a minimum of 140 sprawling acres with mountain views, a river running through it, and lush trees throughout. That is what we envision. It will be holistic, faith-based healing, and it will be the focus of our mission to provide this for those suffering from depression, thoughts of suicide, low self-esteem, sex addiction, stress, sexual abuse, substance abuse, and guilt. It will be a quiet place for people to come to find hope within their healing. In Matthew chapter 8, Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, Yahshua tells us, "Come to me, all those laboring and being burdened, and I will give you rest." We at Rising Up Ministries will be providing 3 different types of ministry programs. The first will be for military veterans. They will receive hope at no cost to them. There was a quote that I read somewhere online, and while I am not sure who the author is, the saying is so true. And it goes something like this: no one who fights for this country should have to fight for a job, a roof over their head, or the care they need when they come home. Many veterans die while waiting to receive care, and countless others become homeless. More than 1/3 of homeless individuals across the country are military veterans, between 529,000 and 840,000, depending on the time of year, according to the National Coalition of Homeless Veterans. HEW, H-E-W, is another program that will be offered at our retreat. HEW is an acronym for Hope for Adult Entertainment Workers. Both Gia and I, we were sexually trafficked when we were teenagers and lived many years as adult entertainment workers in the years following our trafficking. So this is a topic that touches us deep. The total number of men and women in the adult entertainment industry is quite staggering. And what's worse is that there are no real in-house rehabilitation programs to help these men and women get out of the industry and to work on their healing. This ministry is near and dear to our hearts, and we desperately want to help these men and women who want to get out and be given a chance at having a life that includes hope and healing. The third program is Hope for Cults, New Age survivors. Cults come in many different forms. They can be religious, political, sexual, New Age, satanic, polygamous, racist, etc. Once a person is in a cult, it's very difficult for them to get out. And if and when they do get out, learning whom to trust and healing from their trauma is a very, very challenging process. Individual and group counseling, along with Bible study, life skills activities, nature therapy, and animal therapy will be at the retreat to help these men and women who come to the retreat to work on their healing process and recovery. We will offer jobs and continual support for when they leave, should they decide to move on after they finish their recovery. If they would like to stay and live in the community, that will be an option for them as well, along with the other men and women who come for healing. No matter how young or old they are, we want to be able to help them, and you can help as well. Please visit our website, operationtivkah.org, which I'll link down in the description box below. And there you may learn more about our operation and our ministry and ways that you can donate and volunteer. Even if you don't live in the New York area, there are many ways that you can help right now and also in the months to come. So please, we encourage you to support us by liking our video, subscribing, and sharing this video along with your with our ministry with your friends and family. We thank you very much for watching and pray that you all have a very beautiful and blessed day. Peace be with you.